Here we are!
Hey guys!
Hello.
Hey, Jay. A lot of people here.
Hello.
Woohoo!
Excellent.
Awesome. So, hi everybody. Hi to ROUSHAN, Jade, and Julian.
Hello.
Members of the band RIDDLEBREAK. And hi to Fede, of course. How are you doing, Fede?
Hey Ben, I'm good. I'm drinking water.
So, we are here in the company of RIDDLEBREAK, very cool band from South Africa. And so, how are you doing, guys?
We're good.
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, excited to be here and chat with you guys. It's cool. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for accepting our invitation. It's
Cool.
so nice to have you with us tonight. It's a good way to entertain our friends and also to entertain ourselves in these weird times. How are you coping right now with this weird situation, Jerry, in South Africa?
We're doing okay. It would be easier if we were allowed to buy a drink, but we are currently not allowed to. It's a bit odd.
Okay.
Yeah, no
other than that,
alcohol sales.
Yeah, no alcohol. Very weird.
No
There was
alcohol.
a cigarette ban for a while, which was also pretty weird. But other than that, we're doing good.
Yeah, keeping busy, but like we can't visit our friends and stuff. I haven't seen these guys in the flesh in so long. It's sad.
Yeah, like in 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man.
The only time we even see you now is in virtual form in video games.
Exactly. I only see your face on a camera, man. It's sad. But yeah, we're coping, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So I already see that there are some friends with us, Fede, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, man.
So
Yeah.
let's say hello to Michael.
Michael Müller. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Really awesome. Hello.
And also we have greetings from Ibrahim. Say, hey everyone, love you.
Hey.
too, bro.
Hey man, how are you? Also,
Yes.
hurt like this. And
Potato.
also, potato.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh. And also we have greetings from Miguel from Portugal. Hi Miguel.
Hello.
Greetings.
Says, hello people, how are you? Greetings from Portugal. We are fine.
Yeah. We're doing
And
good.
also, okay. There is another comment from Ibrahim. So Africans. Hey fam.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello, South African.
we have a lot of greetings. Maybe you know them guys. It's Devo
Evo.
who says greetings, little gang, and
Hello.
also says hello, Ravenscry.
Hello.
Hi Devo, how are you, man? And we have a comment from Lena.
Lena,
Hi Lena, how are you?
how are you doing?
How are you doing, Lena?
She was our guest a couple of weeks ago. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Fede?
Oh, awesome.
Hi.
Yeah. From
Yes.
the band. Oh man,
Sleepy Romance.
Sleepy Romance.
Have to
Yes.
study, man.
I just had the lapsus, man. Sorry, I'm drinking too much.
Yeah. What's happening when you are drinking beer or some alcohol?
I just get a blackout, a total blackout.
Good. There is a comment from Clean. Says, these guys are fun. You're about to have a great time with them. You're right.
Okay.
Ew.
And,
Okay.
we have a lot of comments, and we have also a question from Mikael,
Yes.
who
He's
says,
wondering,
in South Africa, there is the same time as in the Middle Europe.
Don't know.
I don't know what the time in Middle Europe
You
is.
know, right now it's past 9 p.m. So it's
Yeah, I guess
We're
we're
about an hour. Yeah, we're an hour.
an
ahead.
hour ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your answer. And
Not too
also, we have Georgia Dixon says hello with 4 O.
Hello.
Hi,
Georgia.
There is a comment from Lina says, and
yeah,
Simon,
sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will do the mistake again. Sorry.
Drummers. And also Georgia said, I love how smiley everyone is. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
we're
beauty of
happy.
the live chats.
She's
Yeah.
a smiley person. That's why.
It's good to see other humans as well, instead of the same humans I see every day at
Yeah.
work. You know, like new faces, new people. It's so great.
I hardly
Yeah.
see any other faces, so this is quite nice.
Okay.
So shall we start with the interview? As you are 3 guests, actually. So it's really hard to answer to all the answer all together, but let's try and not get too late for you guys. So here's the first question that we usually ask to our guests. When did you start singing for Jade, playing bass for ROUSHAN, and playing guitar for JULIAN? And how?
Okay, well, I started singing. You can kind of say I started in school. I think in grade 7 we had like an idols competition that I ended up winning. Don't know how, because I actually cannot sing. And then when the streaming started, I was about 17 because I saw a Bring Me the Horizon music video and was like, I want to make that noise. And ever since then, I only really started learning how to do it when I was about 19. From about 17 to 19, it was just screeching my lungs out. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually don't know when I really started or why I actually started. I think it was my sister and our neighbor started a band, and then they just said that they needed a bassist. And so and I was interested in music at the time. I actually wanted to start learning drums first. But then when I picked up bass, it stuck with me, and yeah, the bug bit ever since. So I've been playing since I was about 17.
17, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, I mean, I think my dad took me for guitar lessons when I was young, but because when you're young, you don't want to do stuff like, oh, really, you have to go to guitar lessons. You know, when you're 12, no, not even. It was even before I even knew what metal was. You know, I didn't listen to music really. And then I think it was in high school when I got introduced to metal. I was like, I want to play that. I want to do that. And then I started jamming probably when I was 16, started learning guitar. And then I went into bass for a while in a punk rock band, and then back to guitar for metal. And yeah, I think it's just because guitar sounds really cool, you know? So that's probably why I wanted to get into it. The short answer.
Okay. Do you play any other instruments besides your first instrument, or you are a total singer, bass player, and guitar player?
My girlfriend teaching me drums at the moment.
That's
cool. I'm getting there. So,
I mean, I can kind of play bass.
Yeah, you can play bass.
I can play bass in a punk rock set. It's just dum 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 dum. It's really easy. But yeah, just guitar. I would like to play drums though. They're really fun. They look fun. Every drummer always looks like they're having a good time. So that would be cool.
Yeah, I can tell that.
I just play bass, but but yeah, I really want to learn cello at some point as well.
Oh,
wow, really cool instrument.
really cool.
I love it. it's because of Apocalyptica, or just because you like the sound of the cello?
Yeah, just like the sound of it. It's like,
Okay.
I think that because double bass is really like if you play classical bass, it's really low, and but like the cello's got that nice, beautiful, deep sound. I think it's like almost close to bass, but also it has a nice, beautiful treble sounds.
Okay. Do you also play the double bass?
Oh no.
No. Okay.
Yeah, just electric.
Okay. Cool. There are some extra comments here.
Oh yeah.
Got to keep track of that.
Kailin about the ROUSHAN. I'm absolutely digging your hair color.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually like a more of a bright turquoise at one stage, but my hair just kind of like does its own thing. Eventually it like just turns green. so yeah, it's been like I think 4 different colors during this lockdown. It's been like purple, pink, dark green, blue.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Okay. There is a question also from Miguel.
Yeah, you're right, man.
What was your mentors to you to start a band? For you to start a band, but I don't know if he's referring to the band and the artists that influenced you. Because if it is about this, we will get back to this question later, because we have a question like that. Can you be a little bit more specific, Miguel? In the meanwhile, we will ask you the second question for you from the official interview. And here it is. When did you decide to become professional musicians? Which was the spark that brought you to this decision?
Well, I like I said, from that same time I saw that Bring the Horizon music video, I kind of wanted to be in a band. And it's something that was just always like a maybe it would happen one day, or like just like a fantasy. And then at just one fateful day, I met our other guitarist in a bar, and he was like, "Can you scream?" And I was like, "I can pig squeal." And he said, "That's good enough." And then about a week later, I joined the band. And I think from that moment forward, since when we had our first live show, that kind of gave me that feeling that you only get from live shows. And ever since then, it's kind of what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, if I could.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
I think for me, although I don't know if I class myself as a professional musician, because I still have a job, as most do in this country. I think I like the idea of being able to like create sounds, the stuff in your head, to try to get it out into the world. If it's screaming or guitar or drumming or bass or whatever instrument you play. I think that's quite like a very like a human thing. Humans want to express themselves. So I think for me, it's a way to express myself. And I really dig that aspect of it, Yeah.
Okay, so you started to improve yourself to express yourself as better as you can.
Yeah. I think I feel that's what it feels like, at least. I don't know.
Okay.
100% sure.
What about you, ROUSHAN?
I don't know if there was ever like a decision point, but when I played my first live show with RIDDLEBREAK, I think that feeling of just being on stage in front of a live audience was such an adrenaline rush, and like I never looked back ever since. I think that's just, it felt like I belong there. So yeah, it just I don't think I ever, as a young person, saw myself being in a band and playing live ever. Like I picked up bass as like a hobby, but yeah, playing on stage is just so different, and yeah, you can't go back after that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I understand. Yeah. Well, actually, when we ask this question, is the word professional is not just, in our opinion, about making a living out of music, but
Yeah, yeah.
how you feel yourself about performing, about getting the best from music, and in our opinion, whoever is going to start a band and start to express himself or herself throughout music is starting to thinking about music a little more professionally. So getting it better and better, and struggling, but it's about struggling to improve your sound as much as you can. So
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Yeah, yeah.
you gave us
Definitely agree.
you gave us perfect answers, actually, because it's about passion. They're all about passion, so that's cool. So here I see some details from Miguel. So he intended, okay, what classic bands inspire you to start bands? So this is really connected to our official question,
Yeah.
which is about the albums and the bands that have influenced you the most during your musical growth. So this is really connected to the question from Miguel,
Third
actually.
question.
Yeah, here it
Yeah.
is.
So,
Oof, there's a lot. There's a lot of
yeah, we have time. No problem, man.
That's the thing you'll see with us. Like we all like a lot of the same stuff, but we're also all very heavily influenced by a lot of different stuff. Just like when I was talking to you earlier, I'm also a massive metalcore fan. I think I get most of my vocal inspiration from metalcore bands. I love Attila, I love Periphery, I love Devil Driver because that's probably one of the first screaming bands I ever heard. And because of that band, I always had this idea that you have to be old to scream. Because I always used to look at Devil Driver and be like, "Oh, he's old. That's probably why he can sound like that." I never actually knew it was a whole thing. I also take inspiration from a lot of places. I listen to a lot of hip hop. I think I got my mom to buy me an Exhibit CD long ago. She was not impressed with, but it was still a good CD. Yeah, no, I just draw inspiration from everywhere. But my influence is heavily metalcore, like based. Fit for a King as well. One of the most brutal screams of a human being I've ever heard. Yeah, I just pull ideas out of everywhere. Whatever sounds good, I'll try and use it. If it doesn't sound good, I'll scrap it and try it somewhere else. But yeah, that's me. Jules?
Nice. Yeah, for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going. For me, like when I first got into metal, I assume it's like in this order. Doop, doop, doop. For me, when I started getting into metal,
Let me switch. Okay.
Is it still me now?
Yes, it's still you.
Okay. For me, it started when I started listening to metal, and one of the first like types of metal I actually got into was black metal, and then also Devil Driver as well, like Jade mentioned, also like big influence for me back in the day. So it was a lot of black metal, a lot of death metal, and then the groove metal happened with like Pantera, and then kind of going backwards to Metallica, you know, which is kind of weird because you imagine most metalheads start with like Metallica or Iron Maiden and then progress further. I went backwards to the thrash metal.
Okay.
Metallica and Iron Maiden. I love Iron Maiden. So they really inspired me to try to get better at guitar. But then like since then it's been like metalcore, a bit of deathcore, prog, gent, which is now more my vibe. But then I also listen to like other stuff like John Gom. Don't know if you've heard of John Gom.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like a guy with a guitar and he sings and he plays drums and on his guitar. It's like, what the? Like he's super good. And then like other random stuff as well, instrumental stuff. And I don't even know what the genre is, but like Jade will know these bands like Slaves and Issues. Like
Okay.
metal,
Yeah.
but like it's like
Newcore band.
no, it's like Newcore, I guess. Yeah, it's like,
Yes, yeah.
yeah, it's metal, but they're like singing like almost like
Gods. Yes,
like
local
like
gods.
more commercial singing, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
that stuff's really awesome. The one of the biggest bands for me is Meshuggah. Like, Meshuggah blows my mind. Like when I first heard Meshuggah, I think I listened to them non-stop every day for like 3 years. It's like driving to work, put Meshuggah on. Walking from my car to the university class, listen to Meshuggah. Walking back, Meshuggah. Drive home, Meshuggah. Get home, Meshuggah. It was like an obsession, basically.
Alarm clock.
It's just, oh man, that band.
I tried a couple of months ago. I tried to I tried to play Bleed, but for me it's possible.
It's so hard.
You change every fucking bar.
It like keeps switching over. Like
yeah.
Oh man, it's so hard to play, and it's fast. It doesn't sound fast. It's really fast, actually.
It's too fast.
It's fast.
But that band just really inspired me, and then like from there as well, like bands like Animals as Leaders and Pliny. You know, very virtuoso. I mean, I'm nowhere near as good as those guys, but the sounds are like give me a lot of inspiration sometimes. So that's me. I think. I hope.
What about you, Roshan?
So I started out as like a typical 90s grunge kid, like Nirvana and those kind of bands. And then I, got into System of a Down and Korn, but like I think the real starter band for me was Tool. And it just set me off on this progressive journey that we've been on. And I think since then, Sixth has been a really huge influence. And Tesseract has been in my life for like the last 10 years. It's pretty much like 70% of what I listen to. Monuments. And then currently is Polyphia, which is just incredible because they're like so groovy. They're not like quite metal, but they touch on so many genres, and I find that really interesting. And I think that's kind of what we also try and do is like not just stick to what we know. Like we try and borrow from other styles. Like I also really love funk bass. Like I think it's just incredible. And so I think for me, Polyphia right now is one of the coolest out there. But with Tesseract, I even so I met Amos Williams, the bassist, and I got his signature tattooed on my wrist. So like I'm a mega fangirl of Tesseract.
Awesome. Okay. So it seems that you are all open-minded, very into the new stuff, but also with a step in the classic stuff. So that's cool. Is there a band that, to answer to Miguel's question, is there a band that really inspired you to start the band? Something like you watch them and you tell, I want to be like them, or something similar to them.
That's a hard question to answer, I think.
Yeah, we aren't the ones who actually originally started the band. That would be Gareth. But when I joined the band as well, it was a different genre, if I could say that. Rue, can you?
Yeah.
I think collectively we all kind of decided it would go in the progressive way, but I'm not actually entirely sure what made us make that decision.
Because it sounds cool.
But I'm sure like
you don't need any other
I think for me as well, like seeing my first live band made me really want, and I think it was, my sister was in a band called Misera, That's actually the band that Jade watched and made him decide to join RIDDLEBREAK. But besides that, there was also State Dependency, and I think that was one of the first guys that I ever watched. And yeah, they actually really inspired me to get into like the live music scene.
Okay.
Yeah. State Dependency is another local South African band. They're so cool. They're so super groovy, man. Like, I love those guys. I remember also watching them like way back in the day with my friend Sean. We went to this place. There was this cool venue a few years ago called Tempos. It had like multiple stages. Oh, it was such a cool place.
Oh.
It closed down many years ago. But you would go in, there'd be like a stage here, a bar there, go further, the main stage, you know, big area, another bar. And at the back, there was this other stage. And like me and my friend are like going through, it's like, no, this music here is not really our sound. What is that heavy stuff coming from the backstage? And we go there and then we see Dependency play. And that was before I was even in RIDDLEBREAK. I joined after Jade joined. Wait, is that right now? Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, State Dependency, I think as well for me, seeing them play was also quite actually inspiration now that I think about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is your answer, Mikael?
Yeah.
I hope we answered your question.
Okay, and so linking to this question, how RIDDLEBREAK was born. What are the story and the concept behind your project?
Sure.
ROUSHAN.
So out of the three of us that are here, I'm probably the one that's been in it the longest. But the person that was actually in it the longest was our other guitarist, Gareth. And initially we started off as, before I started in it, was a indie band called Polly and Hot Water. And it was Gareth and our previous vocalist and drummer. And then I think like the heavy metal bug bit them, and they started becoming progressively heavier and heavier. And then eventually they decided that RIDDLEBREAK was like a more fitting term. We don't actually know how the name RIDDLEBREAK came along. I believe it was the drummer who wrote down like 10 names on a piece of paper, sent it around the class because they were all studying music together. And people just chose the name. But we kind of are a band that has made the most of that name, like we've lived up to it. And sort of the riddle that we are breaking is like challenging society, testing boundaries, like challenging the norms, basically, like seeing how far we can push things. I mean, like we push with difficult lyrical content, like a lot of our stuff's very nerdy, like gaming nerdy, as well as like space nerdy, and you know, sometimes just like straight up, we have a song about a hedgehog. So, and then like with our time signatures as well, we like to challenge, you know, conventional songwriting, time signatures, different song structures. So we really like to play around, and like we don't really take ourselves too seriously. Like we like to also have fun with things. So yeah, like we're very much inspired by Donnie Darko. Our logo is like taken from Frank the Bunny. It's so our bunny skull there, yeah, that's we call him Frank. Yeah, so that's basically us.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Interesting.
So we will get back to the matter of the lyrics, but before digging into that, let's talk about the songwriting of the band. What's the songwriting process? Your songwriting process? How do you usually come up with your ideas?
Okay, I think I'll take this question.
Yeah.
So songwriting, it's mostly me and our other guitarist Gareth will sit and write something at home or whatever, work on a song idea. And then previously it's been using like Guitar Pro, to tab it out.
Yeah.
Pick up like the structures, you build a song, and then, myself or Gareth will then bring the song to the band, practice, or, send the Guitar Pro files to the members, be like, hey, does this sound cool? I know Guitar Pro sounds janky, but, it could be a cool song. And then either, it's something that we like, yeah, this sounds cool. Let's see how it sounds in real life. And then we'll, practice it, jam it, improve it, tweak it. And in terms of like the EP that we're releasing, like there are a lot of cool songs that I think I wrote all of them technically, but then we all as a band, build them up, put them together, like, oh, this part going into this part, how can we make this better? And then, in the band room, we'll have discussions and try different ideas. So it does become organic as well. So it's less robotic, than that's the thing about some songs, intro, verse, chorus, intro, verse, chorus, that gets boring quickly for me.
Okay.
So I try to. You still got to have those, of course, you need a chorus, but it's nice to try new things. Maybe this song has one verse. Why not, So we try new things, and instead of having something repeat 4 times, let's make it repeat 6 times. Why not? These weird things that we'll do, like that should be a bit longer. That should be a bit shorter. And then we, build the song in the band room, and then the real test comes when we actually perform the songs live. And then even after that, there might still be changes. So, that was a bit hard to play live. Let's tweak that part. So I feel like it's a nice group effort as well. And then also with our violinist, Laura, I'd be like, I don't know how to play violin, but I can generally imagine a cool melody line here, and, throw an idea her way, and then she'll throw an idea back, and then she'll, build her own pieces there. And that's been really nice having her on all of the tracks on the new EP, because there's layers of violin, and it's like, it's tasty.
Really cool.
So yeah, in terms of songwriting, it's usually the guitarist. We bring material, and then we work on it together as a band, and then Jade brings the lyrics.
Okay, perfect. So you kind of transfer this idea of get beyond the boundaries in your music by trying something different. And so it's inside of you, it's really natural for you, isn't it?
I feel like it is for us as a band.
Yeah, is a way of living.
Yeah, because when I think about, and I'm just speaking from my perspective here, when I think of all of my band members, we're all like a bunch of weird people. So we all have our own strange tendencies and behaviors, and we all love each other because of those. And I think it comes through in our music, because we can be, this part of the song is like a massive, heavy, terrifying thing. Like Jade would say, you want to rip the floor off the ground. And then you go into a part that's more pretty and more melodic, and then there's a violin in the background that's complementing this thing, and it's like, it's weird, but it's groovy and it's really fun. And I think as a band, we like to have fun with our music, not just writing a song because it must sound cool, so we must do this and this.
Okay.
At least that's from my perspective.
And so what about the lyrics? How do you get inspiration for the lyrics?
My songwriting process is a bit weird, but it's like Julian says, that we're not really like super band first. We're friends first and then band. So even Julian will sometimes come to me and tell me like the song The Hog is a really good example. He actually said, I wrote this song, I want it to be about my pet hedgehog. And so now I've got to go sit and find out a way to write a song about a hedgehog. I have to go to Wikipedia and find facts I could put into song form and try and utilize them into metal. But then other times I'll take inspiration from video games, movies. I think we have a song called "A Momentary Brightness" on the new EP, which is about how the world is running out of resources and soon we're going to end up eating each other. And I like the idea of, even though these are like silly, nerdy ideas, I like taking it and then trying to apply some kind of real world lesson to it. So it could be a ridiculous idea I just stole out of Cloud Atlas, but at the same time, I want to like also get the message across that this might be a problem that we're going to have. But no, I draw inspiration from everywhere. I'll even like throughout the day, if I come up with a line that I think sounds cool, I'll just put it on my phone, and then at some point in the future, I'll find that line and be like, oh, this was cool. Let's write a song about this. But the problem with writing our music, especially with the stuff Julian writes, is he'll come to you with some ridiculous time signature that shouldn't be like comprehensible and be like, yeah, put lyrics to this. Let's see how you handle it. What's 2716 over a verse? Like, but it works, and
it's not fun.
and even with the lyrics, like it's not just me solely who does the lyrics. Gareth comes up with verses and pieces. Even some of the even Jules will come up with a line or two, and yeah, it's like we all workshop it together. We're all a big weird family at the end of the day that like to play music together and have fun more than anything else.
Okay, cool. And that's how you get out of the boundaries.
Try new things. Try strange things.
Try new things. Yeah, sing about weird stuff. And see
you don't always have to follow a formula when you're writing a song, you know.
Okay. Talking about getting out of the boundaries, is a question by Michael, who's asking, in which other languages than English you would like to sing? Have you ever thought about it?
Well, in South Africa, we have Afrikaans in South Africa, but every band member is very English, so we can't really speak it that well. I'm sure some of us can speak it better than others.
Well, I'm half Afrikaans.
Exactly. So ROUSHAN could do. You can do vocals for one song.
Yeah, you can do Afrikaans vocals, ROUSHAN.
Sorry, I didn't understand. You are Alf? Sorry.
The other language in South Africa, Afrikaans.
Afrikaans. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, it sounds a bit like Dutch. Yeah. They call it bastard Dutch.
Yeah, from a language sense, it's like a much simpler version of Dutch, basically.
Okay.
Okay. If I'm not wrong, maybe they Antwoord sometimes have wrote songs in Afrikaans, right?
Yeah. The word the Antwoord is actually Afrikaans. It means the answer. So yeah, they were very Afrikaans band.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah, I feel like, I mean, Afrikaans can sound brutal in metal, I think, but because most of us are
like scream, it was sounding.
I mean, it's a very expressive language. That's one thing. Like swearing in Afrikaans is very expressive. But like, we're like very predominantly English speaking in the band, you know, so it would be quite a jump to do that, I think, even though we're South Africans. Jade, you should learn like German or something.
No, I was going to say, in a hypothetical sense, if I could pick a language to scream in, it would be Russian. I listen to a lot of Russian hard bass, and I think I would like to
Cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Let's say hello to Hoon Kim, our friend. I say that he joined us. What's up? Well, how are you doing?
Hello.
Okay, so let's talk. No, wait a minute.
What?
Since you talked a little bit about songwriting and about composing music, I think it's a nice idea to tell our friends that on Friday, RIDDLEBREAK are going to release a new EP. So it could be a cool idea to pre-save. Okay. Pre-save the release of the EP Architeutis.
Architeutis.
Architeutis, okay.
That's
the right pronunciation. So
it's hard to say even in English.
what does it mean?
I think
directly
the
translated, it's ancient tooth. Directly
the
translated.
literal translation, ancient tooth, but it's the name for the giant squid.
Okay.
Great.
Interesting.
So, don't worry for our audience, because you are lazy, and all the links will be displayed under the copy after the live chat, and so you can check. I can say that, guys. With Architeutis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Architeutis.
Thank you. I learned quickly. By the way, and you can pre-save their new EP.
Yeah, do it now.
You have to.
Right, you have to. Yeah.
Come on.
We're waiting. Do it.
At the same time, if you want to be updated about anything from RIDDLEBREAK, you can also check out their Facebook page, Instagram page, and Twitter page.
Yeah.
You can find them
all that stuff.
In the banner below.
We post a lot of stuff on our
channel.
Facebook.
Check out their YouTube channel. Yeah, of course.
Got a few videos on there.
Yeah, and also their website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So let's go on and let's talk a little bit about live performance, live experiences. Do you remember your first live performance with RIDDLEBREAK? What was your best live performance ever?
JADE is laughing.
My first live performance with RIDDLEBREAK was our drummer's 21st birthday, where he hired out a small restaurant and we played on the stage made out of pallets. It was interesting to say that, because back then it was my first ever show with the band, so I just kind of stared at the floor and screamed into a microphone blindly. But it was a learning experience and it felt good. So there's that. Best performance. I don't know. There were a few.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Battle for Varken. That was it. We had, so every year we have the Battle for Varken to see which of the South African bands gets to go to Varken. And the one year we made it to the final, and I have never seen so many people in my entire life. And it was a very special show. And towards the end, there were even people like in tears. And that's probably something that will stick with me for the rest of my life. We've played with a lot of international bands, and I love sharing stages with them. But that show in particular will always have a special place for me. Just because of the amount of emotion that was in the room. And you can feel it when you're playing. And if you can feel that much emotion, it makes your playing better, and it makes you feel like part of something bigger. And yeah, it just meant a lot to me.
Oh, awesome. How many people were there?
It was a small little restaurant venue, and the stage was kind of at the back of the restaurant, and it opened up into the actual main stage of the area of the restaurant. And as far as you can see back, it was just people.
Yeah. So, I think the venue was actually like filled to capacity that night.
Yeah, that night.
For the size of the venue, a couple of hundred people, it was packed.
Yeah, it just felt like a lot of love in one room. It was really, really cool.
Nice. I've been trying to remember my first show with RIDDLEBREAK, and I've been struggling because we've played so many shows. Like, when was the first show I played with you guys? I have a vague memory of there was that place. It was in Edenvale, that dingy club.
Boston's.
No, not Boston's. It was
Black
another
Dahlia?
thing. No.
Black Dahlia?
Maybe it was Black Dahlia, that venue. I can't remember where it was. And I remember it was like the first time playing with the band. And at the time I had, I still have it. One of my old guitars is a Dean, Dimebag Darrell tribute model, so it's like one of those big, like X-shaped ones, black.
Yeah.
Very cool, but it's so heavy. Like I'm a slim guy. So I remember like, yeah, okay, I'm going to head bang and go hard. And then like 2 songs in, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know if that was our first show, but it's one of our earliest memories of like an early show back in the day. So yeah, that's probably like my first memory of a show with you guys. In terms of like one of our best shows, there's a few contenders for that one. One of them, so it's not like a number 1 and number 2. They're both number 1. One of them was we did the tour. We supported 36 Crazy Fists. I think it was the Lanterns tour, also at Rumors Rock City. And that show, like everything just went perfectly. Like the sound was good. We were locked in, and the crowd were jamming super hard. We got to meet the guys from 36 Crazy Fists. They were cool guys as well. Huh?
Who thought I was a girl?
Oh yeah, because Jade sounds like a girl's name. So that was a really cool show. Like we locked in and we rocked that show. It was really awesome. And then the other show I think of was the last Cranked Up we played on the main stage. In South Africa, we have a festival Cranked Up. It's like one of the best like shows because they often bring international bands. Like we played on the same stage that Sixth played on that year, which was awesome. We got to meet them as well. And I remember that show was awesome because it was our first time on the main stage at Cranked Up, because we always had played on the indoor stage, which was cool, but not as cool as the main stage.
Yeah, of course.
That was also a great memory because we also got to meet all of the guys from Sixth. And then in previous Cranked Ups as well, we got to meet the guys from Monuments and Interval and all these other cool bands that the guy, Periphery. I just messed up my hair. That the guys who do Cranked Up, they often bring 1 or 2 international bands for their shows. So that's definitely one of my best shows. It felt really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, Flip, my first show with RIDDLEBREAK was quite an interesting one because I joined the band after the previous bassist had walked off of stage and she had stood in their bass amp and she walked off like in the middle of the set because she hadn't like learned the songs and I had been playing bass but I hadn't been in a proper band for like 3 years, and then I just joined. My first show was a week after me joining. So I had to learn 5 songs within a week. And so I was on stage and I had the sheet music on the floor. I had to keep like looking down to reference it every now and then. But yeah, and then it was always meant to be like a temporary measure. But after that show, they asked me to stay. So.
Awesome.
Like
awesome.
you're lagging a bit.
The best one?
The best one, I think I have to agree with Julian, must be 36 Crazy Fists, I think was one of our best ones. But also that Battle for Vulcan was amazing. Attila was also incredible. Like that crowd was insane. Like when we opened for them, it was absolutely insane. Like everyone was just going wild. So in terms of like crowd feedback, I think that one was really cool as well. And like getting to play all the Cranked Ups were my favorites. So yeah, it's very hard to choose.
Okay. In the meanwhile, let's say hello to our dear friend Matthew Lee Hanson.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matthew.
Hi, Matt.
How are you?
How are you, man?
Okay, and let's talk a little bit about the future. What are the plans for you at RIDDLEBREAK in the future besides releasing a new EP on this Friday?
Well, I would think our next goal would be full album, like full release album. We definitely want to do a lot more touring because like once all of this stupidity is over with the world, we definitely want to get out a lot more and stop playing in our little local venues and start playing kind of to crowds outside. I'm pretty sure we definitely want to come overseas at some point. Not entirely sure where or when, but we know it's in the cards for now. But yeah, I'd say our main priority would be full, at least 12-track album. Something also like with us being the way we are, it's going to be different to what we're releasing on Friday. Because like I said, we like to play around with ideas. But yeah, I think our main idea for the future is just to still be around and still do what we do best and make a lot of noise. And we hope to bring our music to a lot more people and kind of share what we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Great.
I think Jade summarized that perfectly because I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. More music, more shows, getting out there as well.
More music, more
It
shows,
would be
more
great.
fans, more love. There we go.
Yeah. More love.
Potato.
Potato.
I think that is these are very good purposes about music. So friends, guys, people who are watching this, remember to be as careful as possible out there. So as soon as we are respectful, we can all get back on the stage and we can all get back to music. And we are really looking forward to that. I think pretty much all the guests that we invited here are really missing the stage. So let's be as careful as possible so we can get back to the music very soon.
Wear a mask.
Yeah, of course.
Wear it properly. Not like this. Like
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, people.
I saw some people they wearing their mask here.
That's great.
Because it can't affect you if you can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can't
okay,
get to
but-
the brain. Yeah, you can't see it. Oh man, that makes me so frustrated.
In the meanwhile, we have a question from Gal.
Yeah.
It says, do you have a dream to be like Metallica or Iron Maiden in a durability band?
Oh, like
Durability, I think he means like a long-standing band.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
outstanding.
Yeah.
I want to be doing this when I'm 90.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like if I could
When
make
I'm
it to,
old, I
like,
want to be
80.
playing music and playing video games. You know.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly. What
I
else
mean,
could you ask for?
if all the stars align and we work hard, I'm sure we can get there. It's hard, but that would be pretty damn awesome, you know. But I mean,
Yeah,
to
of
be as
course.
big as Metallica, that's like, damn.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, I can kind of see.
I
them
can
from
see
down
Lars Ulrich.
Being proud.
there. But yeah, that would be very cool to
Yeah.
get super big. But that's very hard. Lots of time, lots of work. Whew.
Mhm.
Fine.
Yeah.
Nothing but time at the moment.
I see that Matthew is wondering if there are any Ravenscry masks. Actually,
Which?
we,
What?
we, have,
Oh, cool.
That's pretty
we have
cool.
them, but they are
Oh,
personal.
nice.
We are not selling that. It's just we have our personal one. So
That's
I don't know
so
if you want to use the masks, but I really don't suggest you that.
No,
I don't think it's a good idea.
no. I'm really embarrassing because I don't know where is mine. Gosh.
Uh-oh.
It's on your forehead.
Oh no! Yeah, you know, it was there on the desk and it's disappeared. It's
I have
really
the same problem every day.
strange.
Yeah, where's my mask? Where's my keys? Where's my wallet?
Yeah.
Every day I just struggle to find
Now
it.
I can forget in my house my wallet, my keys, my mask.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that just reminded me of something else, though. Like you guys have some of your band's merch for yourselves. As a band, we don't own any of our own merch.
No,
I don't have a Riddle Break. I don't have a Riddle Break shirt because we sell them to the fans and stuff. It's like, oh, I want one. No.
my girlfriend has a Riddle Break hat. I don't even own a Riddle Break hat. So.
Sorry, Jade, I didn't hear you.
So Georgia, my girlfriend, she even owns a Riddle Break hat. I don't even own a Riddle Break hat. I want a Riddle Break hat.
Yeah, we sold hats, we sold shirts and vests, and we
none
don't
of
have
them.
them. All the fans have them. It would be nice to have one.
Well, actually, a fan did this for us.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's the reason
That's
why.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We
really,
define a
Our
fan.
fans have got to step up their game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fans.
Yeah,
What
fans.
are you doing?
Well,
okay. So,
What?
here's another question, guys. Do you have any other project besides RIDDLEBREAK? A side project or something like that?
So I have another band with my sister and some other female musicians in South Africa. It's called Sisters of Metal. Yeah.
oh, sorry. You can go on, but you know that.
Search for
I
them.
know you.
Fede, I think it's a cool idea to look for their.
Yeah, I'm
social
searching for
media.
that. Yeah, of course.
Search for that. So. we can show
Yeah,
them.
and then and then our other guitarist Gareth has a band. Well, he's in two other bands. One called Hyrith, and the other one called Human Nebula, which are also both really cool bands. But yeah, other than that, I think that's everything. Hey.
I don't have any side projects
I'm
at all.
sneakily
Yeah.
working on something that will not be named until it is done because.
Yeah. I just do Riddle Break. And that's
Okay.
great.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally focused on the main project. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find anything for that?
Yeah, I
here
found
it
the
is.
Oh,
Facebook
there it is at the
page,
bottom.
and
Yeah.
I know them because we had as our guest Robin Ferguson,
Oh yes,
and I
yeah.
know she played in Sisters of Metal. So yeah.
Yeah,
By the way,
she's our
you have to
vocalist.
check it. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let's move on with one of the most entertaining questions, which is about your hobbies and interests beside music.
Oh.
So, which are your hobbies and interests beside music?
A lot of video games, like a lot. I think it's if I'm not doing band things, I'm sitting right here playing something. It's not like one game. It's like everything. It's really weird. And then I have a thing for the Warhammer 40k universe books. Because
Do you also paint? Do you also paint
Oh, no, the
miniatures?
figurines. No, I don't have the cash to be buying little figurines, but I definitely will. I read the books. I read all the books, man. I have
Okay.
Sanity is for the Weak tattooed on my ribs. Allegiance, our song. That song, I took the idea from the first Heretic book. Yeah, no, I'm a massive 40k nerd, and actually so is Julian. Julian also. Yeah.
I want to show you a thing.
Oh yes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
he
I'm
is
excited.
searching for his miniatures.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah, miniatures are cool. I mean, like Jade said, I wish I had the money to invest in
they're
it.
so
Yeah,
expensive.
they're so
Very expensive in
expensive.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's double the price here because of the import tax on those things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stuff's
really?
expensive, yeah, when you have to import
For
it.
the
Yeah.
duties and taxes.
Yeah.
For the
And
duties.
that's the
Yeah,
stuff I,
I mean,
do for a
even
living.
musical
so I don't know,
instruments and
it's-
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, expensive.
Yeah, no, it's way ridiculous.
But then, yeah, on a similar line, I'm also dub.
Oh, you're
Oh,
an orc.
cool.
Yeah, dude.
I used
That's so
awesome.
it's an orc. I used it to paint miniatures from the 40k Warhammer 40k when I was a teenage, and I used it to play with the board game,
The tabletop.
the war game,
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, dude.
That's
Those
so
are
cool.
great.
and
Oh,
that was my hobby when I was a teenage. But I couldn't find a girl with that, so I started to get myself a music.
Yeah, it's easier to find a girl when you're in a band.
Let's say that. Let's say that. So
Oh, those are very nice.
Oh, dude,
I still keep them as a memory because I had an entire how do you say that?
The collection?
no, like
Yeah,
army, like you had your own
an army. I had an army of orcs, and that was really cool. But
Oh no.
here I have also the baggy.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Yeah,
Let
yeah,
me see, please. Let me see.
yeah. But I'm a little bit shy.
No, no problem.
that's
No
great.
problem.
Oh man, that's awesome.
No, the painting's really good.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and I
Did you
just
do
discovered.
the paint job?
Yeah, totally. I totally did the painting, and I just discovered a couple of months ago that some kids around in my town really admired me. Admired, is that the right word? I was an inspiration to them because I was painting very well back in the time when you didn't have all the technologies like aerographic stuff or something like that. Because I totally painted that with brushes, and to them I'm like a hero, but I didn't know that. I just discovered it a couple of months ago, and they told me, and I said to them, "Oh, really? Nice."
That's cool. Yeah. In terms of hobbies, I'm very similar to Jade as well. And I spend a lot of time listening to music and like working on music as well. But then reading, I read also just lots of Warhammer books. I'm busy reading Corax with the what are they called? Ravens, Night Ravens, that faction. Cool book. I think that's what they're called. They got the jetpacks and they fly around in it. Yeah, Corax is their Primarch, so it's about him and what's happening. So that's a really cool book. I'm like halfway through it, been reading it for like a week, and then when I finish that one, I'll get another one off the shelf. A few on the shelf that I still need to read. So I like to read. I like to also jam some games on my PC. I'm big into movies. I like watching movies and having movie nights with my girlfriend. That's actually what we did on New Year's. Because we couldn't go out, we couldn't do anything. So hey, movie night. We watched like, I don't know, 8 movies and stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Wow. I mean, we've even like done like Lord of the Rings extended edition movie marathons.
I did that.
Like you watch all of them, and it's like 16 hours of movies, and you're just like, Lord of the Rings, or even Harry Potter as well. Like.
We did a Star Wars marathon a while back with we put up a projector and then our housemates all watching the Star Wars, all of them. I think it took us like 3 days to get through everything.
Yeah, so gaming, Warhammer 40k books, movies, food. I like to cook and make nice food. So those are my interests besides music. Yeah.
Which video games, guys? Because I am a video game addict too, video gamer.
No, there's quite a few.
Yeah, Julian and I play DayZ together.
Yeah, I started. Jade recently got DayZ. It's that survival online zombie survival game. So we played it like together 3 times now. Been cool. Besides that, I like the Battlefield series. I'm not so much of a Call of Duty guy. I like the Battlefield series, and I really like city building games. Yeah, I like city building games. Micromanagement. I'm into that kind of stuff, which is weird. Yeah. I'll go from now. Let's blast people and shoot them with tanks in Battlefield. Okay, I'm gonna go play an old game called Pharaoh. Did you ever play Pharaoh?
No.
It's old. It's like 20 years old. It's like the granddaddy of city building games. It's so dinky, but it's great.
It's something like Age of Empires, Warcraft.
Yeah, it's like actually like a little bit before Age of Empires.
Before Age of Empires.
Oh,
Oh, it's really old.
Very basic.
Super old.
Yeah, it's a great game though. You know, when you like get into it, because it doesn't look amazing now because of the graphics, but it's really fun.
Yeah, I just spend.
Yeah, that's for me.
Yeah, I was just saying, I just spend all my time in either Monster Hunter or Overwatch, and that's literally all I do all day.
Oh, really? Monster Hunter? Me too.
Yeah.
I played. I played the Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii, and then I had to buy. Yeah, when I will have money, of course, the Switch, because I know Monster Hunter Rise will be published or released in March, something like that. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Monster Hunter. It's great. Yeah. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you, ROUSHAN? What do you do in your free time?
Yeah. Or movies, or I don't know.
So yeah, I am a graphic designer as my day job, and so I like drawing and sculpting. And then my other hobbies that I've gotten into is rock climbing. Big into rock climbing now. There's like a climbing gym 10 minutes from my house, so I'm pretty much there every single day. And then I also started, it's called Budokan. So it's basically like yoga and martial arts combined. Which is really awesome. And then I recently just started getting into jiu-jitsu. My boyfriend's a jiu-jitsu coach, so yeah, I've been taking lessons and slowly getting there. Almost on my second strap now. And and then also I write for a publication called The Metalist. Also just like album reviews and music reviews and stuff like that.
Oh, a lot of stuff. Awesome.
That's nice. Yeah, you're much more active than me and Jay.
She's a bit more productive than you.
And although like I have started getting more into gaming. Like I always used to be a PC gamer, but then like technology gets old, and then you can't replace the stuff fast enough. So I didn't play for a while, and then now trying to learn how to play PlayStation, but like the controls are still very weird to me. So I've been playing a lot of like Mass Effect 3 and doing stuff together. My boyfriend and I like have been obsessed. We go on like binges of doing stuff together. Slowly getting into it.
Cool.
Nice.
All your productivity is going to slowly die down the more you get.
But you can also turn your hobbies and also your addiction to games in something more productive. One of my cousins became a very important architect just because he was playing SimCity. He was totally crazy about it, and he decided to become an urban architect, and it's very important. He works in Venice, and he's very renowned because of that. Yeah.
You often don't think that like computer games can teach you skills, but I mean, they can.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever played Kerbal Space Program?
Oh,
no.
It's pretty much astrophysics, the game. You have like an Earth planet where you are, and you build rockets, and you gotta try to get them into space. So as you're playing, you're learning basic astrophysics.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's like even videos of like NASA astronauts and engineers playing this game and being like, yeah, this is exactly the same kind of maneuver we would do when we want to get a rocket into orbit. And it's a game. It's really cool. It's quite addictive because when things go wrong, everything explodes.
Do you get a degree when you finish it?
Hey?
You can also get a degree when you finish it.
Oh, you should. Like Jade said, you should.
Yeah, she'd get an honorary degree.
Yeah. Well done. You're an astrophysicist now. Oh yeah.
I remember when I tried to play Flight Simulator. But yeah.
It was hard.
I was a bad pilot, you know. I crashed every time my fucking plane.
Oh, it's the ground.
Yeah. I can do a couple of meters and you know, crash the plane.
And then you crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it's a simulation, so no one really dies.
No, at least no one got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the point.
So, fans and friends, if you want to be updated and also sneak up a little bit on Jade, Julian, and ROUSHAN life, you can also check out their personal Facebook page or Instagram page. So, for Julian here,
that's mine.
check out what he's up to. Also, he is ROUSHAN, so you can also check out their side project, of course. And here it is for Jade.
Click.
Yeah, follow Jade. But also don't forget to follow the official pages of the band, RIDDLEBREAK, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on the YouTube channel as well.
Yes, please.
So,
You forget the website, Simon.
Oh, the
And the
website. And most of all, don't forget to pre-save the release of their new EP, Architeutis.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I think we reached the end of this awesome live chat. We usually end with a final speech. So, guys, the stage is yours. If you want to say something to our friends, is the moment for you.
Who wants to go first?
I do it.
You do it. You go ahead, Jade, and then we'll add some after you.
All right. Thank you, Simon and Feta, for having us. This has actually been so much fun. Like, this is a very good way to spend a Monday night. And thank you, everyone who tuned in and watched. Really appreciate it. We'd really appreciate it if you go give us a like and a follow. When the new EP comes out, please let us know what you think. We love feedback, whether it's good or bad. And yeah, stay safe, and we hope to see all of you again when we can.
Hell yeah. I also want to say, this has been a really good way to spend a Monday night. Actually talking to
it's been really fun.
my friends again. And to all the people who left a comment and asked a question as well in the chat, that's really cool as well. And we hope that you enjoy our music. And when the new music drops on Friday, you can find it pretty much everywhere, Spotify, YouTube Music. Is that a thing? I don't know. All of the things.
All the places.
Yeah. So please hit it up and enjoy it and listen to it loud. But not too loud. Don't damage your hearing. You need that stuff.
Now a word from health and safety. Julian.
Word from health and safety. Always wear earplugs when you go to live shows.
ROUSHAN, do you want to add something, or do you think it's all?
I think they've pretty much covered it. I think, yeah, just thanks again to everyone listening, and everyone who's, I guess, supported us up to this point. And I hope everyone at home is staying safe and hanging on in there. We'll be able to see each other soon again, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to say, guys, thanks to you for accepting our invitation. It was really, really cool. It is indeed a good way to entertain ourselves and also our friends on a Monday night, especially for the people who's still in lockdown or quarantine or stuff like that. And friends, remember that we just created a playlist, and we will put on our playlist Ravenscry Metal and Rock Guest a song from RIDDLEBREAK, so you can enjoy them among all the other artists that we interviewed during this live chats. And don't forget to put a reminder, set a reminder on Facebook, on our Facebook page and the YouTube channel, so you won't miss our next live chats. And if you want to join us on our official Telegram channel, you're very, very welcome to do that. I think that's all. Again, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. It was really cool, awesome, funny, and we wish you all the best for the music. We really hope to meet you on the road one day at one show, festival, whatever. We're really looking forward to that. So let's keep our finger crossed until things will get better, and that's it.
So, yeah.
Do you wanna add something, Fede?
Bye.
Bye,
I'm
everybody.
kidding. It was really, really funny, guys. It was really, really funny.
That was great,
Yeah, it was great. Yeah. As
Okay.
always.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks to you guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good night, day, evening, afternoon, whatever you
Potato.
That's
That's the new thing now. Potato.